let's wrap up this hour of the Restaurant Show where we talk about restaurants, travel, movies, books, sports, and music. Yes, indeedy. So we have got James Fiddler. James is an aspiring. You know what, folks? It doesn't matter whether we're talking about a new restaurant, a first-time author, or an aspiring musician. If we can do something here on the show to help their career ascend, then we are going to do it. James, one of our production assistants here at Salem Broadcasting in Colorado Springs, he not only has other jobs, he not only helps us here, but he is a professional musician. And even though he is not a professional musician of the strata of Bad Bunny, for example, he does get paid for his performances, and he's a vocalist and a guitar player. James, thanks for joining me. What do you got, buddy?
I have a song that we are releasing next week on the 18th. It is called Cher Ami, Cherami, and it's about a pigeon in World War I, and translated it means dear friend. And this pigeon in World War I, would you like to hear about it?
Yeah, I would like to hear about it.
Okay, so this pigeon was, in World War I, instead of using telegraph lines or runners to deliver communications, they would use carrier pigeons.
Okay.
And in World War I, there was this pigeon who was with this battalion of U.S. soldiers, and they were fighting a group of Germans in the Argonne Forest in France. Mm-hmm. And this battalion got cut off from another American battalion and a French battalion, and they got cornered in by the Germans. And the Germans started bombarding their position with artillery fire. And then a separate American battalion thought that they were gone and started bombing their position, assuming that they were Germans. So not only is this lost battalion getting bombed by Germans, but they're also getting bombed by
friendly fire.
Friendly fire, exactly. And they had pigeons, and they started sending these pigeons out to deliver a message to the other allied forces to say, hey, stop bombing our position. And they sent out pigeon after pigeon, and the German sharpshooters would aim for these pigeons, because for all they know in that message, there could be a message
send
saying
reinforcements,
yeah, exactly.
Whatever, sure.
So they have to kill those pigeons. But the Americans sent out pigeon after pigeon, and they all got shot down. And they were down to their last pigeon, Cher Ami, dear friend. And they sent him out. And there's a story that one of the Americans saw the pigeon fly up, get shot in the chest, fall down, and then get back up and fly off. And the pigeon flew 25 miles in 30 minutes. That's over 60 miles an hour. And he made it there. And he delivered the message, and the American forces were able to go in and rescue the lost battalion, fight off the Germans. And they tried to give the pigeon first aid, but unfortunately the pigeon passed away, and he's now stuffed in the Smithsonian Museum.
How did you even know this? I'm seriously, listen, I consider myself a historian. You may not know this, James, but my father, my dad, fought in France in World War I.
Really?
My dad was in the trenches. I've told the story here on the air a couple times. My dad was one of those people. My dad was born in 1897. My dad was one of those, if the Army wanted you to have a wife, they'd issue you one.
Right.
So he married much later. I came along much later, but after serving in Mexico under Pershing in the 4th Cavalry Division on a horse, he was sent to France for the trenches of World War I. But how do you, as a 21-year-old, I would imagine that about 99% of the people in your age group don't even know what World War I was. How did you become interested in this? How did you hear about this story?
All growing up, my parents would take me to different historical sites around the United States.
Well, God bless them. And I'm going to tell you something. I took my daughter to all 50 states. And I've taken my daughter to 75 countries, and I took her around the world. And we're going to find fun restaurants. We're going to do fun things. But we're going to learn a little bit about what transpired here. When we were in Munich, yeah, we had beers at the Hofbrauhaus. But I said, we're going to go out and see Dachau. because you have to learn a little bit of where we've come from to help you know where you're going to go. So your parents did that.
Absolutely, yeah. They took me to all these different places when I was really little, and that imprinted on me. And I've just loved history ever since. I love reading about it.
I'm glad you didn't say when you were really young, because, James, you're still really young. All right, well, I jokingly say, my daughter, and folks, you don't get this stuff on other restaurant shows, but what I would tell my daughter is we owe it to, she says, Dad, if I never saw another Civil War battlefield, that would be fine with me. But you have to understand what transpired, not just at Gettysburg, but in Antietam and Vicksburg and so forth. So you wrote this song about this pigeon.
Yes, I wrote this song about this pigeon. I grew up also listening to a lot of story songs and country western singers like Marty Robbins.
Sure. Out in the West Texas town of El Paso. Right, go ahead.
But I love just story songs like that, and I really like Warren Zevon, and he was a big inspiration to me when writing this song. Cher Ami, yeah.
All right, so how long is it?
It is 3 minutes and 57 seconds.
Might be a little long, but let's go ahead and get it started.
All right, here we go.
And this is you on guitar and you on vocals.
This is, yes.
Battle of the Musargon, a battalion was lost. American troops trapped in German lines, they looked to the sky, loved for Cher Ami, soldier of the sky, Cher Ami, oh fly my pigeon fly.
Cher Ami right there.
Cher Ami was a heroic homing pigeon in World War I who saved the Lost Battalion by delivering a message despite being severely wounded, flying 25 miles through enemy fire with a bullet in his chest, a mangled leg, and one eye blinded. His message stopped friendly artillery fire, allowing American forces to be located and rescued, and he was posthumously awarded by the French the Cross of War. 500 American troops were trapped behind enemy lines in October of 1918, and this message allowed 194 remaining soldiers to be saved. All right, and he is now preserved in the Smithsonian Institute. His taxidermied body is preserved and displayed at the Smithsonian's National Museum of American History. Well, God bless Cher Ami, and that's very nice of you, James, to preserve the memory of Cher Ami. I'm just impressed, with the song, very good, high quality. It'll be released this week, folks. You can look for it on Spotify and all the usual other suspects. But you know what? Like I always say, James, you don't get this stuff on other restaurant shows. Thanks for sharing it with my listeners.
It was a pleasure. Thank you.
All right, we're going to go and take a break. I'm Mike Boyle, and this is the Restaurant Show where we talk about restaurants, travel, movies, books, sports, and music.